We include, so then Keith had already said why we include also the grammarian to vote. You can vote for the grammarian too. Please send a private chat to Dennis Olson, our assistant timer, with the name of the speech evaluator or grammarian that you felt that did the best job today with his or her evaluation. And please include a sentence about why you're voting for that person. Share with us a little bit of feedback why you voted for that evaluator. So now it's time for our grammarian report. Let's please welcome Michelle.
Thank you, Jane. I just want to say that I am just so blown away by the use of the English language today. And I'm going to share with you some of the notes that I've taken. And it's just, it blows me away. And I'm going to tell you why. Because let's start with the speakers. So we had Keith. Keith was our first speaker, and these were some of the terms that he used that really resonated with me. And I'm sure that it's a good chance that if it resonated with me, that it resonated with you as well. But he said things such as linchpins for the club, key protocol for the club, preliminary agenda, business traditional, demeanor of support, contribution to our excellence. Contribution to our excellence. Those things really resonated with me. Then we had Barbara, our second speaker, who gave a very emotional and heartfelt speech. And she said things such as, I am like a bouncing ball. How could I forget that voice? She said, she used the term moron. Which had some very funny undertones to it. She used the word opposite attracts. Why are we dating morons? You should be marrying me. I love that phrase. She also used another phrase, which was, everybody should be that cute. She used the word man dust. I had never heard of the word man dust before. Maybe some of you have, but I had never heard of that. So that really resonated with me as well. She also said, I'm the bouncing ball. He's Mr. Stability. And she ended with that. And it was just such a wonderful punch to her speech. Then we had our next, let's see, we had Keith talked about Barbara. Let's talk about the evaluation team. Team number one, we had Jamie who had three, at least 3 words of the day, which was shine. I heard her incorporate that 3 times, which I thought that was fantastic. She used words such as overpowering, intense, engaged curiosity. You not only told us, but you showed us. You were looking over us instead of at us. How powerful is that? Then we had Jonathan. Jonathan used words such as the punchline should hit like that. And not only did he say it, but he used his body to emphasize it. He went like that, right? So as someone who is listening to him, not only did his words resonate with you, but also his physicality resonated with you. He used the words Toastmasters repertoire. He used the word nice, tidy package. Very, very lovely, Jonathan. Then we had Anna, who used the word credibility, nice twist, recommendations, emotional appeal, inside emotions, and helped you to blossom. Those were wonderful. But I also don't want to just focus on the positives. I also want to focus on some of the things that also could be improved so that it's not just one-sided. So Anna, I had here that we had 2 ums, 2 so's, and the word I think 3 times. So just something to think about. Keith Hardy, in your response, you used the word truncated. I truncated the speech, which was a very lovely word. You also said get better in this format. which was a key phrase. Tim, our guest, you said the words, we've been gone too long. Just those words just entail and have so much meaning behind that. It says so much. It lets us know as Toastmasters that, hey, you're considering being part of our group, our club again. So that's fantastic. Tim, what else? Who else? Let me make sure. I want to make sure I'm very thorough. Bridget, thank you so much for sharing during the feedback. You mentioned the term, you set the scene. I thought that was very lovely as well. Let's move on to team number 2. Team number 2, Carolyn Kaba. Emotional weep. Emotional weep. It was not only the words, but it was so visceral. It gave me an opportunity to really connect with those words emotionally. Emotionally weep, set the scene, came from your heart, expressing the impact. Then we move on to Mervant. Mervant, you said some terms such as challenge yourself. I felt immediately in love. I felt immediately in love. And how appropriate is that with tomorrow being Valentine's Day? Also, I have you noted as having 3 uhs, 3 ums, and 2 so's. Then we transition to Pet Crow. Gift of humor. I scanned through the audience. Extrapolate, touching, and engaging. Those were all wonderful, wonderful. I also want to mention I have you down as 2 so's and 1 next, we have Barbara. Barbara, when you had an opportunity to respond, I have you down as having 1 You used the word in tuned and dork. So I thought that was funny. And that wraps up my feedback. Hope you found it to be valuable, and it was a wonderful opportunity to be the grammarian today, which is my first time for this club. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. And now